Welcome everyone to beautiful Bill Greehey Arena and Buddy and Anna Meyer Court. For the fourth game of the night, the Rattlers, their second game of the day. And this tournament that the Rattlers host every year in order to kick off the season. I'm Joe Rodriguez. I'll be bringing you all the action. Flying solo here tonight. Wish all the best to David Tovar and Nolan Sineff. They have other duties to attend to here today. Nonetheless, volleyball game to be played. Second game of this season opener doubleheader here today. St. Mary's Rattlers dropping the first game of the season. That was to Minnesota Crookston. 3-1 the game count there. Rowdy Rattlers out in full force. And a bit of a tease for the second game. We'll actually have the new leader of the Rowdy Rattlers, Vince Vasquez, on. Tell you a little bit about the organization and what they do on the court. Starting off for the Rattlers be Carly Ortega, Victoria Martinez, Kelsey Huber, Michaela Bass, Slaughter, and also Heft. Western New Mexico first to serve. It'll be number 10, Mayhack. And we're underway. Huber a bit shaky off the start. She sends it back over though. And a double touch called there, and the Rattlers jump ahead. Strike for the first point of the game. Aforementioned Huber now back to serve. Had an excellent first game. Played every single play for the Rattlers. That one sent back at the net and sent back over, but just out of bounds. And for those of you just joining us for the second game here today, the Rattlers at the net has really been a story. Slaughter, the new freshman, has really established herself as a middle blocker that the Rattlers desperately need. That one dug out by Martinez. It'll be Huber swinging. And that one put down by Pilgrim, number 12, the freshman out of Phoenix, Arizona. 2-1 for the Rattlers. Huber has troubles with that one, and it'll fall on the Rattler side. 2-all now. Pulo back to serve out of Long Beach, California. A lot of California and Hawaii natives on this Western New Mexico roster. Paul takes a swing there, and New Mexico's equal to it. And that one finessed over into the no-man zone. 3-2 now for Western New Mexico. I'd like to remind you, Rattler Nation, for the first time we are broadcasting in beautiful high definition as all part of the brand new Rattler Network. This one's sent over well out of bounds, and we're squared away at 3 apiece. And you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram, both of those at St. Mary's Rattlers, now at the bottom of your screen. B. Martinez back to serve. Martinez, the Arlington native. Martinez on the dig. Slaughter on the swing, it's sent back. Now it'll be Ortega. That one off the tape, but over. Uyo sends it over and out of bounds. 4-3 for the Rattlers. As expected, a much better turnout for the second game. The first game was played at 1 o'clock. If you missed that game and like to see that, it'll eventually be posted on our St. Mary's YouTube channel. And you can find a link to that along with many of our articles and write-ups after the game, new rattlerathletics.com. Four to 4 the score. And that one, a miscommunication between Ortega and Martinez. There's a theme that we saw out of the Rattlers when they played well together and were sharp, they absolutely dominated Crookston. That was in the third game of the series. They won that one 25-11. But besides that, there was just some sloppy play every now and then, and they lost all 3 of their games by a score of 25-23, so a heartbreaker of a game. 6-4 in the favor of Western New Mexico. Serving's the libero, Kagawa. And that one's a double touch by Bass. 7-4 now the lead. Ortega handles that one. Now she'll take a swing. And Slaughter sent back as well. 8-4. The Rattlers going ahead and take their first time out of the game. We'll go on ahead and take it with them. You're watching volleyball on the brand new Rattler Network.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back, Rattler Nation. 8-4, the margin for Western New Mexico. Rattlers finding themselves in an early hole. Kagawa on the serve. And an illegal formation called on the Rattlers. And Ortega seems to be appealing it and pleading her case. Discussion with the sideline judge. A bit of confusion here, and they will put the point on the board, so 9-4. Ortega on the return there. Here comes Paul swinging. She's met at the net by Western New Mexico. And Martinez not able to get to that one. 10-4 now. This one's starting to get away. Jenna Paul, that one out of play. 11-4 now. Here's the serve. Bass. Slaughter not able to get it over. The Rattlers have really started this game in a funk. Kagawa still serving. Ortega finally manages to get one down. 12-5 now the score. The Rattlers will have substitutions. Slaughter and Bass take a seat. Holman and Chikagawa come in. That one met at the net. Holman announces her presence into the game. And dug out by Huber over to Ortega. Martinez now with the dig. Ortega again swings. Puyo will send it back over. Jenna Paul now. She's met at the net. Huber. Free ball. Holman and Paul. Paul finds the weakness in the defense. Puts it down. The Rattlers win that one. That one also finds the south part of the court as Rhea puts it away. Into the net she went though, 8-12. And Holman again at the net. Much the same as the first game earlier today. The Rattlers, their middle blockers playing exceptionally. Huber digs it. The Ortega swinging. Holman. That one, Holman got a piece of it, but down it went on her own side of the court. And the Rattlers serve is finally broken. Jenna Paul off the top of the tape. And another double touch, the second of the game for Western New Mexico. So what was once a 6-point margin, the Rattlers have now managed to decrease to a 3-point margin. Ortega on the serve. And that one's tipped by Holman. Out of bounds it goes, 14-10. Bobby Bayer, the senior out of Ohio, serving. And into the net it goes. Jenna Paul now back to serve. That one sails well out of bounds. Rattlers again working on reducing the early margin of lead. Paul the floater. Ortega the dig. Have to take a swing. And a beautiful pancake by Western New Mexico. Huber now. She cranks that one, but just out. Paul will go take a seat. Martinez Libero comes right back into the game. And Evans will come into the game for the first time today. She'll serve as Rich will exit. And that one just had to be passed over. Huber now, she pushes that one. Martinez on the dig. Huber will swing, and down it goes. Substitution Rattlers, Bass and Slaughter back into the game. Bass will be serving. And now Evans will come out of the game and Rich will enter back in, only to be replaced by the libero Kagawa. Bass with a teardrop serve. And that one smacked, but out of bounds. The Rattlers Only one behind now. Toyo sends that one over. A bit of trickery, but the Rattlers able to return it. And now the dump there, and the setter was out, so no one went for that second ball. Rhea comes into the game for Ema. Huber will swing. And that one's dug out by Bayer. Martinez able to retreat back and get to that one. Heftel take a swing. And down it goes. The Rattlers once again pull within one. Huber the teardrop, but it doesn't clear the net. 17-15, the advantage to Western New Mexico. Slaughter. And that one's sent over by Western New Mexico, but well out. Good play by Ortega. Victoria Martinez now stepping up to serve. That one's killed right at Bash. She isn't able to handle it. 16-18. St. Mary's Rattlers, the number 4 ranked team in the Heartland Conference to start the year. But in an interview with Carly Ortega, she said she felt that the year was very wide open. There wasn't a dominant team. And with only one graduating senior from last year, that being Allie Murray, the Rattlers were pretty optimistic about their chances. That one's out of bounds. Another reason for them being so optimistic was these girls played together over the entirety of the summer. They entered some beach volleyball tournaments together. I know Ortega and Bass won one of those tournaments, 2v2 style. In the same tournament, I believe Huber and Victoria Martinez came into 4th place. And then another Rattler team, I can't recollect the players, also came into 6th in that tournament. (20 is 17, the score for Western New Mexico. There's Holman on the swing. She's sent back. It'll be Huber attacking from the back. Martinez on the dig, but right to Western New Mexico, they put it down. Mayhack, another kill to her name. And Rattlers will use their second timeout of the game. We'll go on ahead and take it with them. So you're watching the brand new Rattler Network.
Looking for these? You drive Buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back, Rattler Nation. 21-17 the margin for Western New Mexico. That will be Jenna Paul lining that one up. And that one sent down with authority. Boozman on the kill there. Amai on the serve. Here's Ortega. That set was a little bit behind her, but she's still able to get it over. It'll be a free ball. Ortega again swings. This time she's blocked at the net. And another double touch called on Western New Mexico. So the Rattlers not quite out of this game yet, but if they're going to do it, they're going to need to make their push now. Ortega to serve. And that one met at the net by Holman and Huber. Bayer, the finesse shot, and Ortega not able to get to it. 19-23 the score. Substitutions here for Western New Mexico. McBain coming into the game. Bayer will take a seat. Martinez there. Ortega's going to send it over. That one put down by Rich. Holman was there for the block, but off her hands it goes and out of bounds. It's game point for Western New Mexico. That one out of play, 24-20 now the score. Jenna Paul to serve. Paul with the teardrop, and it's a beauty. It gets down. (24-21). This Paul and the Rattlers will have to be perfect here on out. Another teardrop from Paul. Oh, she's blocked at the net. It's sent over Ortega. Holman on the swing there. It's popped up. Over the net it goes again. Here's Paul. Huber to swing. And down it goes. Huber finds the wood of the court. 24-22. Now the deficit. And timeout for Western New Mexico. They're going to try to stop this momentum. We'll go on ahead and take it with them. So you're watching Volleyball on the brand new Rattler Network.
NFC, AFC, offensive linemen, defensive tackles, quarterbacks, and cornerbacks are all living united to ensure the academic success of millions of kids in our communities all the way to graduation day. But that won't happen without you. So take the pledge at unitedway.org. Make a difference in the life of a child. Suit up like your favorite NFL players and become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor with United Way.
Welcome back, Rattler fans. Game one here, 24-22 in favor of Western New Mexico University. Jenna Paul on to serve. Pulo. And that one finds the court, and that'll do it for the first game. Western New Mexico University takes it 25-22. We'll go on ahead, take a quick commercial break. We'll be back as you're watching the brand new Rattler Network.
kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov. Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back, Rattler Nation. Joe Rodriguez here. And at this time, I'm joined by Vince Vasquez, the brand new leader of the Rowdy Rattlers. Vince, go on ahead, tell us a little bit about the Rowdy Rattlers and what it is you guys do.
Thank you, Joe. It's good to be on the show with you guys. I listen to you guys whenever we're away. The Rowdy Rattlers we're just a student organization. You know, we want to be the student section here for all the games. We want to support all the athletes. We're based in Doherty Hall, one of the freshman halls, and so we like to recruit as many freshmen. And we've actually got a great crew out here tonight. I see a lot of familiar faces and a lot of new ones, and that's always something we want, you know. Bring a good atmosphere to the game.
A very good turnout here tonight. 20, 30-something people, just a great number. So Rattlers and Western New Mexico getting underway here. So Vince, tell us about what kind of things you do. I know you had an event before the game today. Where can people find you? What's the best way for them to get into contact with you guys?
Absolutely. I mean, the best way to get in contact with us is just to approach us at any point. I mean, if they're interested in coming to game, they can have, you know, the utmost faith that the Rowdy Rattlers are going to be at every home game. That's something that we know. It was founded in order so that no one has to cheer alone, no one has to go to the game by themselves. And like the event we had earlier, we were in front of Doherty and Founders Hall, just promoting the game, letting people know what was going on, and just really having a good time. We got our face painted, put on some hairspray, you know, and teach people some new chants. We just like to support the athletes and all the hard work they do.
As Melissa Heff puts that one down, we're squared away at one apiece. You talked about going to every single home event, and that finally now possible with the brand new facilities. What are you seeing out of those? How much do you like them?
Oh, absolutely. I'm in love. I'm head over heels for those new facilities. It's just so tempting right now. It's like December 23rd. You know, Joe, like the presents are under the tree. You even recognize what they are. You can see what they are, but they're just not open yet. And we are so excited. Like I said, because we have a lot of people who would like to come off for soccer games. It's just hard to transport off campus all the time. So with the opening of the new fields, and especially those jewels, the softball and baseball fields, this should be great.
Well, they're absolutely beautiful, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Any particular favorite sport for you, Vince, that you just have a passion for watching?
I actually really love this sport right here, volleyball. It's a personal favorite of mine. I like the girls seem like so much fun, and they're always having a great time out there, just like that. It's very easy to get into the game, and they're having such a good time.
The Slaughter sending it back. We were talking about earlier, you should call it the Slaughterhouse. No one can come into it.
Hey, I can agree with that. I mean, we're excited to see, like I said, the freshman class looks really great there, especially Slaughter. Like they said, they added a lot of height, so we're excited about that. You know, and it's just great. I think, we feel like all the athletes perform a lot better when there's, a crowd cheering for them.
And we've seen the athletes starting to get more involved with you guys. I know the basketball team always comes over, says thank you. You any personal friends with any of the athletes, or you have a particular favorite that you like?
Yeah, I'm good friends with some of them. Most of them start off as classmates. One of my favorites is on the softball team, Alex Rodriguez. Big fan of hers. Des on the basketball team, she's a lot of fun too. And a lot of the other Rowdy Rattlers are close with different of the athletes. And yeah, we love to support them. Like I said, we enjoy coming to the games. We love the competition, and they love playing. So it's all good. We're all friends, and it's all great to just support your fellow Rattlers no matter what they're doing.
I remember I started out my freshman year. First thing I did, I joined the Rowdy Rattlers. I was in that Doherty Hall with you and Alex at the time.
Absolutely, I remember that.
Yeah, how did it feel be one of the original few, and now to see it grow into what it is today? I mean, that's a lot of people down there to be cheering on our Rattlers.
It absolutely is, especially, like I said, you and me were both hooked our freshman year with we came with like the RAs, basically, the other resident assistants, and it was just us for a volleyball game. And to see where it's at now, like I said, I'm looking at my chops to see the crowds that we're going to turn out for basketball season.
Okay. Well, that's really interesting, Vince. Where can people find you? Are you guys active on Twitter or Facebook? And anything you'd like to plug? Or
absolutely. Hey, if you're going to give me a chance to plug in, like our Facebook page, the Rowdy Rattlers. Follow us on Twitter at Rowdy Rattlers. We're always looking at, we always like to communicate. We like to have a little fun. Our Facebook pages are like to engage and amuse, and we're always in Doherty Hall. Myself and Ryan Munoz are the yell leaders this year, and you can find us in Doherty Hall. We're resident assistants there. So,
and of course, I'm sure any of our new students, they can just friend you on Facebook. You'll get them all painted up and ready to go. Get them a T-shirt.
Absolutely. That's like I said. And for plugins, the other thing is a lot of people ask us, how do you join the Rowdy Rattlers? And it's all free. It's as simple as we just want you to show up. You don't sign up. We don't need your email. You just bring your student ID, come in the game, sit with us. We have a seat for you. And absolutely, we're trying to get you free gear. We've got some great things coming out. We should have some new shirts out soon. Maybe a new towel. And we're always looking for fun things to give away to our faithful.
All right. That's all great to hear, Vince. A really good group, the Rowdy Rattlers. I myself am a Rowdy Rattler. I know Nolan Sinif as well is a Rowdy Rattler. As this game 7-5, the Rattlers in deficit. You see anything in particular out of this game? What is it our Rattlers need to do in order to get back on the right track?
I think right now it's just the beginning of the season. Like I said, there are a couple communication errors, and just pieces going in. Like I said, there was a substitution error earlier, I believe, in the game. And it's just small things like that that'll get worked out, and I really do expect them to have a good run at winning the Heartland Conference.
And just as you speak of it, another illegal formation called on the Rattlers, 9-5 now for Western New Mexico. But I think that's sometimes the price you pay when you play all these young freshmen and sophomores. It's still a fairly young Rattler team. Only one graduating senior from last year.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, missing Ali Murray, that's huge. But like I said, it is a young team, and they're all growing, and it's good because they're gonna be good this year, and they're gonna be good for years to come. But definitely, I do fully expect these girls to have a shot at winning the Heartland Conference.
And as you mentioned, the Heartland Conference preseason ranking, the Rattlers ranked 4th in the Heartland Conference, but Carly Ortega seems to think it's more wide open than that. And the Rattlers, their conference record last year was only 6-8, so that's something they'll need to improve on. And I think also 9-6 at home, that's something that they definitely can improve on as we go forward.
Absolutely. Like I said, good turnouts like this, and it might just help with those close ones. It's when you're tired and you're digging deep, it's good to have somebody cheering on you. And then if when other people walk in here, the heckles and the chants might wear on you occasionally.
Of course, it seems like a couple of them really got to him earlier today. What's your favorite heckle or chant to do with the players? I know most of the most notable ones, the voodoo or things like that. What's your personal favorite?
Ooh, that's tough to pick a personal favorite. My favorite is, because we use it in several different sports, is Not in Our House. I just love chanting that because it kind of unites everybody, and it's a strong feeling saying, no, like, you're not going to have your way here. This is our home. This is what we're going to do what we want.
Back to serve, it's number 4, Amia. Jenna Paul, she gets sent back there. Paul goes again and eventually gets it down. 7-11.
I'm excited to see Jenna Paul develop over the season. Like I said, she was freshman of the year last year, correct?
She was newcomer of the year last year, and her vertical seems to have just gone through the roof. Usually you see that jump in women athletes between their freshman and sophomore year. They just get so much more athletic. It's usually just a new training program. We saw the same thing with Huber last year. The difference with Huber, though, was her freshman year she sprained her ankle. And as I say that, Huber now on the ball to serve. Martinez on the dig. It'll be Ortega taking the swing. She's met at the net. Martinez again on the dig. What a play.
What a play.
And out it goes.
Beautiful play by the Rattlers. Like I said, it's things like that. Like I said, the sparks are there. You can tell this team is highly talented. You know, it's just getting that to come out at a consistent streaks every game. And
you just have to get more of those 50-50 plays than your team does.
Absolutely.
Those kind of hustle plays really pay off. Huber, an excellent serve there. Martinez the dig as she gets on the floor. Jenna Paul will send it over. And that one sent down. Number 7, Rich. So you followed the volleyball team very closely. Any particular athlete or player you're expecting to step up this year that you really like watching?
I think we're going to see a lot from, like I said, JP. Jenna Paul is going to, I think she's going to continue her excellent performance that she had last year. I'm also expecting a lot from Michaela Bass. I think she's going to do really well this year. I think she's fitting nicely, and she's going to find her role in there.
And as you say that,
she's going to take care of it.
And as you say that on cue, Jenna Paul puts one down. 10-12 now the score. Heft coming into the game. Martinez will take a quick drink. That one met at the net by Heft. Hoyo again, and this one finds the wood. Your prediction was the same as Nolan Senef's earlier today. He expects to see big things out of Jenna Paul. I went a slightly different direction. I really like Kelsey Huber. All-time, full-time player. She plays every single play on the court. And when she elevates and gets up, she can be flat-out scary.
Oh, yeah, definitely. When she's got the perfect set and she gets up there, she's up there to kill it. And she can put some force behind that ball. I think it was earlier today. She had a couple of them that looked like they were going to take a girl's head off and they didn't get out of the way. So,
and another thing she seemed to have developed in her game from earlier on, she seems to have developed more of a finesse shot.
Definitely, yeah. Definitely working on placing the ball in the correct spots. And I'm also liking what I think Carly's going to come up clutch again.
Ortega?
Ortega was a big piece last year. And I feel like she's definitely going to help us out again this year, you know. Senior year, she's going to do a lot of good things for us. She's a vital piece of that, and she's definitely the leader on the team.
So Ortega, the vocal leader on the court, you see her louder and more active than anyone else. Another one of the players, along with Huber, who plays every single play of the game. Slaughter, she's met at the net. That was by Pilgrim. So 15-11. These are the types of things we're talking about. You need to prevent these kinds of run and momentum swings. It's when you start getting into these teens that the game really starts to take off.
Absolutely. So getting the ball back here is going to be critical.
Hef, she's walked to the net. Pilgrim on fire. (16-11) now. Mihak back to serve again. It'll be Ortega. The finesse shot there, and she got it down.
Beautiful.
That was a crucial point in the game to get the ball down by Ortega, and we'll see Melissa Daly for the first time this game. Ortega's going to take a quick seat. Daly on the serve. Martinez on the dig. Here comes Huber to swing. And that one hit the pole, out of play. 17-12 now for Western New Mexico. Out of the game goes Mabay, in comes Bayer. And Ma'i on the serve. Hef tries to put that one down, but it's met. That one's floated over. Here's Martinez on the set. Huber sends it over. That one off the tape. It's going to be called 4 hits. The Rattlers now just down by 4.
Yeah, it's going to be big here. Let's see if we can't string together here with Victoria's Sunday. She's also a player I expect, she's probably going to do really well this year.
Martina's an Arlington native.
Yeah, absolutely. Me and Ryan, me and Ryan, all from the North Texas area, so always supporting the Ag Town.
Of course. Nolan from Fort Worth himself.
Oh, absolutely.
All up there in the Metroplex area.
Yeah.
It's strange. I ran into Martinez a couple times at the Parks Mall over the summer.
Really?
Yeah. Just how you doing?
Very interesting.
Jenna Paul sends that one over. And New Mexico barely gets it back. Huber now will swing. She puts down the hammer.
And that's what I'm talking about right there, when you can just hear the whole, the crowd erupt, and it really gets the girls going. They get excited. It's points like that make all the difference here.
The Rattlers trying to regain some momentum here. Martinez back to serve again. And Slaughter was left there by herself, and ball goes off her hands and down onto the court. 14-18 now for Western New Mexico. Libero Kagawa on the serve. Huber just barely manages to get that one over. Dug out by Bass. Paul swing. And a double touch there by Paul. 19-14 now for Western New Mexico. Paul's sent back. Huber battles at the middle though. Martinez able to chase that one down. Slaughter now. And now Huber, poor set there by Bass. Another double touch call. The Rattlers getting a break. 19-15 now. So Vince, tell us a little bit more about your background. I know you and Alex Solari, alum now, you guys had your own show together that you would produce.
We did, and it was something that Alex just came up to me with the idea, and he was like, "Hey, we should make a little videos every week and just let people know how the teams are doing and what they missed if they didn't get to go to the games this weekend, and have a little fun with it." And that's something that me and Ryan Munoz have actually continued. The Rowdy Rattler Report, as we called it, it still has the same name, and we do look to put out we've put out 2 episodes so far this season, and it's a lot of fun. If you haven't caught it lately, check it out on our Facebook page. We also post the links to our Twitter page, and anytime somebody would like to make an appearance, we welcome any athletes. We're also looking to shoot a couple new commercials. Those are always funny and entertaining.
Yeah, we're looking to work on those with you. We'll stay with you on through the commercial break. Any particular ideas for commercials? I know we had some fan favorites that Alex himself would do. Any ideas you have personally, or just you just read the script and act?
Oh, like I said, there are a couple things we'd like to do, especially we'd like to really get the new Rattler Man involved.
Yes,
that's something that I am really excited about. Compared to the old suit, the new suit, the new Rattler Man is just so fresh and looks great, and he's a lot of fun. So.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Vince, for coming on with us. I really appreciate it.
Hey, no problem. Anytime, Joe.
I'm flying solo up here to here tonight, so it's difficult from time to time, but I know you need to get back to leading your Rowdy Rattlers down there and inspiring them. Hey. So thank you so much for coming on.
Salute to you and all the things you do, and We'll see you every game, huh, Joe?
Of course, I'll always be here. All right, you take care. Thank you again, Vince, to all your Rowdy Rattlers. Resuming play, here we go. Huber on the swing, and down it goes. 16-21 now the margin. It'll be Huber back to serve. Ortega coming in for Daly. And you can see Ortega when she came in very audibly. Let's go, let's go. Try to inspire these girls. And out it goes. The Rattlers now within 4. And sent back. Holman and Paul combined for the block. The Rattlers now within 3. That one dug out by Huber, but over the net. And Ortega, the anticipation, sends back the dump. 21-19 now. And a timeout by Western New Mexico as they'll try to kill this momentum. We'll go on ahead and take it with them as you're watching volleyball on the new Rattler Network.
Cook foods to the right temperature using a food thermometer. 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
And welcome back, Rattler fans. 21-19 the score of this game. 1-0 the game count, both in favor of Western New Mexico University. Huber, though, and the Rattlers trying to make a run here to bring it back in the second game. Huber on the serve. And that one tipped over. And Ortega and Martinez collide. They're both okay. The point, though, to Western New Mexico. Bain back to serve. Huber there on the dig. Here comes Ortega to swing, and she fires it straight to the court. 20-22 now. It'll be Jenna Paul on to serve. And coming into the game is Heft. That one tipped at the net, and well played and brought back over by Holman. And up goes Mihak, and she's able to get it over and down. 23-20. Paul now takes a seat. Martinez comes in. Back to serve will be Jasmine Evans. Ortega swings. That one's sent back. Now it'll be Holman. She's denied as well. That'll put game point for Western New Mexico University. Evans on the service. Huber puts it into the net, but it's dug out. And Holman, Heft puts it down. 21-24. Bass and Slaughter both re-enter. That'll be Michaela Bass back to serve. Bass floats that one on over. And Huber, Heft able to bring it back over. Martinez on the dig. Heft. That one's met by Mabane. Now Slaughter. Back over again it goes. Ortega now. Heft. Another beautiful play. Heft again, this time trying the finesse. Martinez now. It'll be Ortega. And another great play by both sides as this rally continues. This one floated in. Ortega, the pancake. Huber sends it over. And that one met at the net by Slaughter. Ortega will swing again. Martinez now. It'll be Huber. And just barely goes out after a hit off the tape. Game 2 to Western New Mexico University. A score of 25-21. We'll be back with Game 3 as you're watching volleyball on the brand new Rattler Network.
Yes, I am. Give it to him hard. No.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Why you stabbing me with it? No.
They want to help,
Ow.
but don't know how.
Oh,
Teach your kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov. If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke, because buzz driving is drunk driving.
And welcome back, Rattler Nation, as we're ready to get underway for the third game of this match here. 2-0 to Western New Mexico University. The Rattlers will have to rally back. Rattlers earlier today dropped their season opener in tournament play. That was against Minnesota Crookston. That tally was 3-1. Trying to avoid the same here. So the Rattlers break from the huddle, and we're seeing for the first time this year, number 15, Devin Hartung, has been inserted into the starting group. She'll be playing alongside with Paul, Bass, Martinez, Huber, and Slaughter. Mayhack back to serve. And right off the bat, a bit of miscommunication between Hartung and Martinez. 1-0 to Western New Mexico. Martinez takes control this time. And a double touch called there on Bass. 2-0 now. Mayhack back behind the server's line. And Slaughter puts it down. So 2-1 now, and back to serve is Devin Hartung. Hartung, a red-shirted junior. And that one out of play, 2-2 now. Hartung, along with the rest of this volleyball team, a very active part of the St. Mary's community. I know they themselves spearheaded a continuing the Heritage Service project this year. Hartung also at the forefront whenever the Rattlers have a breast cancer awareness game. It also made a Facebook page for the volleyball team, and she's in control of that, I believe. So that one's put down by Huber, 3-3 now. Heft comes out of the game, Paul comes in, Martinez back to serve. That one finds the tape and finds the court as well on the Rattlers side, 4-3. Shannon Rich into the game, Pilgrim out. Huber attacking from the middle. And that one sent back by Slaughter. 4-4. Holman and Chitano into the game for the Rattlers. Slaughter and Bass take a seat. That one sent back by Holman. And eventually put down by Bayer. 5-4 now. Amai back to serve. One of 5 Hawaiian players on this Western New Mexico University team. Huber sends it over, a free ball. And Hartung on the dig. That one tipped over. Paul on the set. Holman winds up and manages to put it down, 5-5. Huber back to serve. And that one put down by Bayer. 6-5, now the advantage for Western New Mexico University. It'll be Bain now back to serve. Martinez digs it out. It'll be Jenna Paul swinging and putting it down, 6 apiece. Heft back into the game. Martinez will get a quick drink. That one hit off of Heft's hands by Pulo. And a point to West New Mexico University. Shannon Rich, the freshman middle blocker, back to serve now. And that one dug out by Mabane. Rich hustling over. It'll be a free ball for the Rattlers. Holman swings and it's dug out again. And the return, soft little lob over and finds the floor, 8-6. Rich, the toss was bad and she just put it into the middle of the net. 8-7 now. Michaela Bass now will serve. That one met at the net by Heft. And Hardung not able to get up and get that one. 9-7 now. Martinez the pass. Hardung swings. Up goes Slaughter. Huber able to dig that one out. Here's Hardung swinging again. And again it's dug out. Martinez able to put it in play. And down it goes. Michaela Bass finding the weak spot. 8-6 now. And Daly now coming in for Hardung. It'll be Daly to serve. So Hardung in her first action of the year. Very impressive, coming in, giving the Rattlers a spark. And that one not able to be lifted over the net by Pulo. And we got ourselves a tied game at 9 apiece. Daly the serve. A little floater. Costa puts it over. 10-9 now. Bayer comes back into the game. Mabane will take a seat. That one's blocked in the net, and 4 touches called on the Rattlers. Apparently it wasn't blocked. Must have just gone into the tape and was sent back. And shook up on the play is Michaela Bass. She collided with Heft there. It was a strange collision as Heft kind of just went into Bass's back. I think more than anything else, she didn't expect it. Well, she's up and standing now, though. This crowd giving her a good hand. Just being checked out by the trainer. She seems to be good to go and laughing it off with her teammates now, and looks like she'll remain in the game. Just needed a little bit of a breather. Something that really just shows through of this Rattlers volleyball team. I was talking with Nolan about it earlier. He thinks of all the teams that St. Mary's has as a double touch being called on Bass there. He believes that this Rattlers volleyball team has the best chemistry of any team on campus, and I wouldn't doubt it. All these girls, I know they live very closely and with each other. And you see them always just goofing around with each other. And Heft puts that one down. So 10-12 now the score. This game's still in reach for the Rattlers. Jenna Paul will come in. She'll replace Heft. Martinez on the serve. Bayer sends it over. It's dug out by Huber. Slaughter tries to put it down. Daly now on the dig, but right back to Western New Mexico. 13-10. Nice serve there. Huber just barely able to get it up. And back over it goes. And a great strike there by Rich. She emphatically slams it down. 14-10 now for Western New Mexico. Kagawa on the serve. Paul swings. That's dug out by Pulo. Bayer now. That one hits the floor, 11-14. Now the advantage. So Shitano and Holman come back in. It'll be Shitano back to serve. That one blocked at the net. Huber and Holman combined there. And it seems to me that whenever Holman enters the game, the first thing she always does is get a block, which is a very good trend for her. And again, Holman and Paul this time combining. Huber will swing. She's met at the net. And it goes outside the pole. 15-12 now. Amai back in the game. She'll serve. As Acosta will take a drink of water. It's always weird to think, usually when a player comes out, you'd say they take a seat, but in volleyball you can't really say that because the players very rarely, if ever, take a seat. I remember asking Coach Warmack Chipman, now in her 4th year as the Rattlers head coach, why that was, and she just didn't know herself either. So if you do know why it is that volleyball players don't sit, go on ahead and tweet at us at St. Mary's Rattlers, because it's just a tradition that all volleyball teams seem to have strapped themselves to, and everyone keeps to it. 13-16 now. Huber back to serve. Daly will go over towards the bench. And Huber, it's just freaky sometimes to watch her serves go through the air. Just no spin whatsoever on them. That one put away by Rich. 17-13 as Western New Mexico University is inching ever closer. Martinez digs that one out. Paul will swing. And it's dug out by Mabane. That one just outside of the paint. 14-17 now. Jenna Paul back to serve. That one too much to handle for Rachel Chitano. 18-14 now. I have to tell you, as an announcer personally, some names are more intimidating than others. I talked about my first broadcast earlier today as that one sails out. 15-18 now. And I remember the first time I happened across the name of Derek Muchagemba. Well, I think Chitano may have scared me more with her name. I remember sometimes there's just players you don't know how to say their name, and you feel bad as a announcer. And, but it's something that just improve on. And as we get back to play here, Huber and Martinez not on the same page. But if you were to put Chitano's name on the back of a jersey, it'd be SCICCHITANO. Maybe not as complicated as the name of Muchagemba, the baseball player, but still an intimidating name nonetheless. 14-15 the score. The Rattlers trying to dig their way back into it. Heft will take a swing. That one sails well out of bounds as Mabane got underneath it. Daly back into the game. Hardon will head back to the bench. So Rattlers will be back in action tomorrow. That game at 11 a.m. And they'll play also the 7 p.m. game. The first and last of 4 games tomorrow to end this tournament. That one out of play and out of the reach of the Rattlers. 16-20 now the score. Huber, a push shot. It's handled by Pulo. Bayer sends it over, and Daly able to get there, but out of the reach of Huber. 22-16 now for Western New Mexico University, as they look to sweep the Rattlers in straight sets here. Heft, her hit off the top of the tape, and met at the net by Slaughter. 17-21 now the score. Martinez on the serve. And that one put down. Acosta with the big slam there, 22-17. Well, the Rattlers, they'll take their timeout. We'll go on ahead and take it with them. So you're watching volleyball on the brand new Rattler Network.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're going to beat them and bust them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
And welcome back, Rattler Nation. It'll be Kagawa back to serve for Western New Mexico University. 22-17, the lead for Western New Mexico. Daly pops it up, and Huber eventually just has to free the ball back over. And Rich again, another big kill with authority. 23-17. Now Ortega will come in, and it's the first action we've seen out of her for this third game. Daly will go on ahead and head over to the bench. Huber, she'll take a swing. And that one just out. A difficult angle from what I saw. It looked like it painted the line to me, but the linesman was all over it. Flag high in the air, 24-17. Western New Mexico University 1 point away from taking this game in straight sets from the Rattlers. Kagawa sends it over, but it hit the floor. The linesman called that one. 18-24. Chicatano back to serve. Holman also entering the game. Bass and Slaughter to the bench. And that'll do it. Western New Mexico University takes the match in straight sets. Remind you, the Rattlers will be playing tomorrow. That game time is at 11 a.m. They'll be playing Adams State. We'll be bringing you that game on the brand new Rattler Network, broadcasting for the first time this year in beautiful high definition. We thank you, Rattler Nation, for joining us for this game. And please, everyone, take care and join us tomorrow for the conclusion of this tournament.